Hey, I'm pretty sure I talked about this before, but I feel like I'm supposed to say it again. So I'm thinking about this time a long time ago when I was given some green beans, and the lady and I were snapping them together and everything. She was helping me, but I was complaining that my beans just weren't very good at all. And I didn't know what I was doing wrong or whatever. And she asked me what I did, and I showed her what I did. And she says, well, do you put salt in them? I said, oh, yeah. And I put a little salt. And she said, this is how you do it. And she put a big old bunch of salt in there. And I was like scared, shocked, and appalled because I didn't know that you could put that much salt in something. But I learned that that is the necessary thing to do when you're making that kind of bean. And now my beans are very good, thank you. And I had to learn that, that is, as I said, the proper way. And that reminds me, of course, about life. If you don't have a little seasoning in your life, if you don't have experiences, the salt of life, the true experience, the true living of your life, then you get bland. You get bland and you don't get much flavor in you at all. And I think it makes your life less enjoyable than what it might be. And a lot of people, like me, for example, they tend to go home and hole up. And then they get older and it's like, oh dear, life just passed me by and I didn't realize it was happening. So you got to make sure that you have the proper amount of salt or seasoning in your life while you have the opportunity to do that, so that you can one day when you're older look back and realize that's the things that as they say, you didn't do that you regret the most, but you can look back with very little regret. So you do want to have the seasoning, the salt, the savoriness of life. Now I was making some cabbage today. I do make very good cabbage. And one of the things I do that makes it good, I put a little apple in there with it, or a little apple juice, or if I don't have it, I just put a dab of sugar. Just a dibby dab. That would be the sweetness that it needs to take away any bitterness or whatever and make it really, really, really yummy. And I think that, again, we also got to remember the sweetness of life. Otherwise, the savoriness could get out of hand and you might not realize that you might be hurting yourself or hurting others. So I think it's very important, too, that in addition to that, we also relish the sweetness, the loving, the giving, the helping, sometimes the sacrificing, and sometimes the receiving and allowing someone the pleasure of loving you. Sometimes we drive people away that are good people and are worthy, that we really might love, but we won't allow them the opportunity to love us because it feels weird to have somebody be nice to us. So anyway, along with the savory, have the sweet, and your dinner's going to be just fine, and your life will be a lot better too. That's it for today.